Opus 4.6 is just live and we are going to start testing it against Gemini and ChatGPT. In front of me, you are seeing three of the best agents trying to build a beautiful landing page and also trying to build it for a completely different thing. So I've given them a landing page, which is for an insurance product, and asked them to utilize the same style and build it for an AI services company. We're going to compare this against all the three applications and see which one actually comes out. Opus 4.6, GPT 5.2 and Gemini 3 Pro. Let's keep seeing how each of these results pan out. I have three tasks to test all of these against and we will actually see if any one of them stands out and is Opus 4.6 actually. And Gemini has the first output ready. As you can see on the left hand side, it has done a pretty good job. Like again, honestly, it looks a bit still not perfect. Like again, if you see, like this is the actual original page, like this is the design that I gave it. So not super good, but not bad also. Like again, I will give it like a good solid, like this replication that it was able to replicate the dashboard pretty well. I'll 110% give it like good 3.5, and it was also able to add the app, so not bad at all. Like again, a pretty solid one. Let's see how it compares to others, but this is a solid 3.5 replication of the actual one. Let's see. Is Opus done? Opus is still writing code and also on ChatGPT. So the fastest one, and I have switched Gemini just to show you guys, okay? Gemini is on the highest mode. It's on Pro and we're using Gemini 3 to test this. So it's really, really good. Like it came the fastest output as such, but let's see if Opus actually beats it in the quality, because we are looking here at quality, not the speed. Okay, so Opus 4.6 is done and I'm really excited to see what it actually ends up to. Let's see, I've downloaded this file. It's here. It's quite literally mind-blowing. From a one-shot prompt, this 110% stands out. And let me move myself to the side so you guys can see this. It added everything else. The font is obviously a bit off, but that's okay. And you still have, like, you know, different options available here. It created this image, or is it like a, is it like an image or something? Or it's not an image, it's an SVG or inbuilt something. And I want to really check out the code. But oh my god, the quality of this in one shot is just crazy. And it has like built it literally in obviously like double the time that it took Gemini. But I love these animations. I love this, how it was able to create this and actually show options across things. And this is pretty cool. And I think like again, still like on ChatGPT is still like again GPT 5.2 is still writing code. So I really am excited to see that one. Just to show you a side-by-side comparison, I've opened both of them right next to each other, and you can see like, you know, again on Gemini on the mobile side it might look better with this particular dashboard, but you can see like, you know, it's not working perfectly and like again it's not clear. But here it was able to add as close to design. So Opus on the right hand side was able to do much more, and I see that, you know, it was able to copy the mobile app, which is 100% goes points for Gemini, but also that we did not need that. And I wanted to see like, you know, again what shows up in the reflection of that. We are trying to create an AI services but with the same style, and you see on the right hand side like, you know, again that this looks pretty cool. Like I also love that it was able to add much more information on Opus, but it's pretty head to head. If I give 3.5 to Gemini, I would 100% give like 3.8 or 4 to Opus. So pretty close, but let's see how it actually performs in the other tests. We also have the 5.2 finally ready. So this is the final output from ChatGPT, and I honestly don't like it, because given that this took like 4 to 5 minutes to prompt it, and I believe most of the prompt took the effort to like build this dashboard, which does not look good here, and everything else is pretty standard and not something that would like stand out for the most amount of time taken, and actually not able to do anything from there. So I would 110% say this is best yet, like a 2 on 5. So ChatGPT not off to a good start. Let's see what actually happens in the next task. So this task is going to be a bit different. I'm going to give it very simply an option to create a technical diagram explaining a sales process in an enterprise using a CRM as a single source of truth. The reason I'm adding this is because this is a bit more like, you know, where you actually think AI needs to be pushed, because on programming and everything else, it's pretty simple to like, you know, again, like, you know, one-shot designs and everything else. But this is where I want to see like, okay, if I give it a different task, which it is not highly programmed on, which it can be done, because at the end it's all logic and it's all code, and where we end up on that. So if you can see here on this side, like Gemini has tried to create the diagram, but it has given me the code to paste in the diagram, and very simply ChatGPT is as itself still running and still going to take some time to finally come. So this is the version that was created by Gemini. Now I'm not going to explain this process, but it looks okay. Like again, pretty simple, like, you know, added the deal cycle, added all the necessary items. So not bad, not great. Like again, I was expecting much more. Like an image, Gemini really could have created an image. I know I selected canvas, but let's see. But pretty good, like not bad on Gemini. It did the task and also explained it very well. Let's see on also on the OpenAI side, we are still running, so I'm going to give it still time until it's completed. But Opus is doing probably writing code, and it's probably going to give me a completely interactive option to actually utilize the diagram. So let's see. Let me show you what ChatGPT came up with as its own diagram for end-to-end enterprise sales process. So let's see. Remove this, input this one. Is this even the correct diagram? No, I don't think so. Already again, it's causing an error. But in the meantime, I actually want to see ChatGPT's diagram and see if it is actually loaded. So there is actually an AI error. Like there is actually an error on this, so the diagram doesn't work. Let's see, does the second diagram work properly? Because if the diagram doesn't work, like ChatGPT, what's happening to you? Like again, are you not able to create diagrams? And this is why I like this as a test, because this actually shows up what AI performs in, like, you know, a bit more real life kind of task. So let's see, does the second diagram work? I don't know, this is the whole thing being copied. So this is again, okay, so this one works pretty nice. Like, you know, again, I was able to create like a data structure of how things connect, pretty good. And on the flowchart, the last one, I want to see if this one works as a flowchart, or are we getting errors? Yes, I think we are getting errors on this one also. But that's okay. It's like, again, if there is going to be an error, there is going to be an error. There is nothing that I or anyone can do about it. So I'm just going to keep this. Yep, it's going to be an error. So out of 3 diagrams that AI created, it only ran 2 of them. Now, I don't like that. Okay, and this is what Opus gave me, like as an example, and you can see this is what you would want, and it literally created a diagram. It literally created an app for me to walk through the whole thing. Now, is this what I was expecting? Not really, but is this beyond my expectations? And if you see here, it's not only that, it's the data models, it's the inputs, it's the qualification. This, like again, like just if you guys can't understand this, like again, as a technical diagram, it explains the whole process on a lead generation and how does this work, and everything else that you need to make it work, and all the inputs that are required. So when you think about this, and what it did is much better than compared to everything else. Even if someone who does not know anything about the process is able to utilize this and actually really use this on a daily basis to create technical diagrams which look 10 times better and use them in different formats. So Opus, 110%. So right now, it's a close call between Gemini and Opus. ChatGPT seems to be out of the race, but the next task can change everything, where GPT actually stands out a lot. Let's see that. This task is going to be super interesting, which is going to be actually about creating a modern game of ping pong. I want a storyline, I want proper game mechanics and 3D avatars, and my prompt is horrible. So I want to see what if someone who has written an extremely bad prompt, can it actually create a beautiful game out of this? So let's really see what comes out in the whole idea, because this is where you'll have to figure out what really comes out. So I can see, like, you know, again, very simply, Opus is already super fast, like looks super fast on the left hand side. Gemini has also started writing down the whole thing. I don't know what ChatGPT is trying to do, but it's not designing the game. At least it is now using the canvas to write the storyline. I hope it at some point starts creating the code. I have Gemini, which has already created the game. So enter arena, okay, and does this work? Does the Gemini option work? Okay, space mouse to move. No, it's not working. Let's see, open again, preview. Okay, there's some error which is happening, so I'm going to click on fix error. So it did not happen in one shot, but that's okay. I want to see what it actually comes out to be. So I've asked it to fix the error, so let's see what it comes out. So we have, okay, I'm honestly excited already to, like, you know, just see what comes out here. So first, let's, like, you know, really let's preview what Opus has brought us. So it has created in HTML, okay, and gives me an option download, and this is our, if you see the amazement on my face, it's just crazy. Okay, show us what you got. Click to continue, prepare yourself. Oh my god, like, and it has a beautiful game story. Like, again, it's really fast. I just don't know, like, again, it's probably allowing me to be super fast, and I don't think, like, you know, again, that is something I want to do. But, like, okay, the game looks super good, but, like, I want to see, like, again, what if, like, you know, again, yeah, it's not very well done, but the graphics are amazing for a one-shot game. This is amazing. So there is an issue with, like, again, the mechanics, that it's just like, again, crashing right after, like, even every time. So if you see here, like, again, it literally after one shot, I don't like that. Like, I wanted to technically have a bit more, like, less speed, maybe something to so that I can play along with it. But okay, it's pretty damn good done. So I would not say that like for a single shot prompt it's bad. Let's come to like Gemini and actually see with the error being fixed. Okay, fight, and yeah, I would have okay, like this is much better as a game, but okay, I 110% got defeated there, but at least this is playable, right? Again, so at least this is playable, or I believe all of them have just made it super fast, and I should have probably said like again, I am not an expert on prompt, but at least I can play this and I can see like again that there is an option and I can restart this. So pretty well done. Like again, given that like again we just literally have like a single option here to create it. The game is pretty good. I should have written that. Make it slow. I'm not an expert at Pong, but really well done. Like again, but 110% compared to the graphics that we got, no comparison. Like just there is literally a 3D space floating avatar here, which would have taken so long. So if you can see the smile on my face, it's because of that. So we are finally waiting for GPT to finally complete it. It's been super slow today. But I can hands down say, like, no matter what, until GPT is writing this, I'm just going to say this. I believe Opus Gemini are actually the clear winners, no matter what comes, because GPT has already lost two of the first rounds. So if you look at it, it created a great page. It created an amazing technical diagram, which was beyond my expectations. And compared to all of that, like again, Gemini is the only one which can hold its fort against Opus 4.6. And this is not even their latest model. Like this is not Google's latest model. It is the last year model. So I can't even imagine what does Gemini 3.5 or Gemini 4 look like. Because if this is like again going head to head with latest model, it's going to be crazy. So the verdict is, and I've been trying to run ChatGPT for another 10 minutes. I tried to fix its errors and ask it to fix its own errors. It does not work. I am pretty sure it tried to create, but it's now in an infinite loop of errors. So very simply, I can say that it doesn't make sense to keep going and fixing this because everyone else was able to at least one shot this. ChatGPT, on the other hand, was not even able to create this. So 110% not worth it. With that, we finally come to a conclusion that the winners, I'm going to just close this, are 110% Gemini and Opus 4.6. But with the game and the kind of versioning and the technical diagram it was able to create, Opus 4.6 is the clear winner here. Now, if you enjoyed this video and want to watch similar videos, there are more comparisons right here. And if you want to keep learning, hit that subscribe button. I am Akshat and I would love to see you in the next one. And there are some free goodies in the description. Go ahead and check them out. Bye.